all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibility everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we value complete acceptance of who we are. In this room, we walk towards complete forgiveness. In this room, we learn. The learning never ends. And we can choose anytime we want to begin again. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, there's gold dust in the air. In this room, possibilities everywhere. In this room we stand when our hearts are torn. In this room, a new way of being together is being born. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home in this room. In this room, we open our hearts. In this room, we grow together. In this room, we accept one another. In this room, and we learn to love in this room. in this room. We all come from different places, different paths, different spaces, bringing so many questions, bringing our pain. We come from different families. Each of us has a story. Stumbling into the light, I see people like you and me. In this room, we listen to the truth that sets us free. In this room, we open our hearts and we can clearly see how the path has brought us all right here. We're safe, we're strong, our friends are near. And there is nothing left to fear, 'cause we're home.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we're going to start off with our community song. We have new community songs this month. And we're still dipping back into our, I don't know, high school, college, grade school days. Depends on where you landed in the process. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Here we go. A little more volume there. There we go. All right. Here we go. If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. When you're not thinking about time, you're not about the things that you've done. If your life is bad to you, just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Reach your neighbor. Good morning, online people. All I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while, I No, you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. Don't, better than before. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back.
Woo, got that energy going, got that blood circulating. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Good morning, my name is Deborah Ellis, and I'm one of your licensed practitioners here. Welcome to our Sunday celebration. Whether you are here in person or joining us virtually, we would greatly appreciate if you'd help bring more of us together in spiritual community by sharing this live stream on whatever social media platforms you use, whenever it's convenient for you. Thank you. If this is your first time experiencing Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, welcome. We want you to know, whoever you are, whatever spiritual path you're on, and wherever you are on that spiritual path, you are welcome and celebrated here. Now, let's reaffirm who we are and what we're about. Our vision is contributing to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. Here are a few ways you can connect with and engage with spiritual community. Spiritual support ministry offerings are 365 days of richer living, reading, meditation, and prayer daily at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Hoo-hoo. Or you can watch it later. Just for today, eclectic readings, interactive discussion, meditation, and prayer. Tuesday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The Women's Circle Gathering. The Women's Circle is a loving gathering of spiritually minded women who discuss their perspectives, experience, and exploration of spirituality and how they are incorporating the science of mind principles into their daily living. Tuesday, June 3rd, 7 p.m. via Zoom. To ensure the inclusion of all community members, please register through our website or newsletter to get the Zoom link. Our outreach ministry offerings. You are invited to an open house at Natural Health Improvement Center of Columbia today for a tour of their peaceful office. You will meet Dr. Lisa Gordon and other outstanding health practitioners, get to know them, and learn about the various modalities available. That's 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. today. Also, today we are launching our Doing Good by Giving Goods, our community outreach program. There are handouts of the list of specific items that we will be collecting every Sunday during the month of June. And it's important that everyone adheres to the list exactly as it is, especially no sugar-free products or products with sugar substitutes. While this might be healthy for you, it can be harmful for some. And there's the beginning of our collections right over there on the table. On June 12th, from 1 to 2:30, the Elder Pride LGBTQ Community Connection is hosting Pride in Ourselves, Pride in Our Legacy, at Free State Justice, 2601 North Howard Street, Suite 120 in Baltimore. If you are aware of any local or online community events that you believe support spiritual living, please email the information to info@columbiacsl.com or text it to 410-750-8559. Remember, you can get all this information in detail by checking our website calendar at columbiacsl.com/events. Email your questions to info@columbiacsl.com. Call or text our office at 410-750-8559. And if you haven't gone to visit our new website, treat yourself. So speaking of engagement, we come together on Sundays to celebrate life, so let's get to it with our next community song.
All right, who don't like Love Train? Come on. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. The next stop in your name will be England. This is important. Tell all the folks in Russia and China too. Don't you know that it's time to get on board and let this train keep on riding, riding on through. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. All you brothers over in Africa, tell all the folks in Egypt and Israel too. Please don't miss this train at the station, 'cause if you miss it, I feel sorry, sorry for you. People all over the world join hands, start a love train. Come on, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. Ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. People all over the world join in, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. Sing it in your mind. World, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world join hands, start a love train, love train. See it and it will happen. I didn't know I could sing that high this early in the morning. I don't know if I pulled a muscle or not. All right, where am I? What am I doing? It's actually, I'm having a really wonderful challenge this morning because I've let go and other people are doing things and now I don't know where I'm at. It's a good thing. Good morning.
Good morning.
So our community value today is service. And we have launched a new way to serve. I want to speak to that before we get into the value. Several people have written me emails, and a couple of folks have called me and had some conversations this morning about the list of requests. And if you find yourself indignant and judgmental about what's on the list, I invite you to understand that that is your privilege talking. That's just straight up privilege, folks. Because here's the thing. This is a crisis shelter. These are not, well, why can't we give them fresh vegetables? Because they have nowhere to cook them. When you're homeless, you have no kitchen. When you are hungry, you just want something to nourish your body. You may not choose to eat that way, and that's fine. But you're not giving to yourself. You're giving to people. And what if we get to own, oh heavens, I did not know I had that nasty judgmental privilege operating in me. Let me work on that. Because that keeps us separate. If you've never been homeless and hungry, you can't possibly understand the perspective of people that just want something. If you've known me for more than 5 minutes, you know I'm pretty transparent with my life. I have been homeless, jobless, penniless, and hungry. I have eaten out of dumpsters. And I'll tell you this. You don't care. You care for a moment, but then when you find a box of Entenmann's that has never been opened and tossed because it's 2 days past the expiration date, you don't care. You've hit the gold mine and you get to eat for days. Right? It's all about perspective. And so the other thing I want to say about this giving thing, my sister, now, let's be real. It's not often that we get to say something positive about our kid siblings. If we're telling the truth, we got stuff. But my sister, my kid sister, actually she's down in Richmond, and she saw the program that we're starting, and she went on Amazon and shipped some donations to my house for the program. And so those of you online, there you go. You too can participate. You are welcome to have things shipped to 659 Cog Court, Millersville, Maryland 21108. Please don't send them until after June 10th, because there won't be nobody there to get them. So there's all kinds of ways to participate, and thank you, Linda, for opening that avenue, that idea. All right, so service. How is service alive in you? It's alive every day for Laura Service. There's no escaping when your name is Service. So how is service alive in you?
Well, fixing the vacuum and vacuuming.
Fixing the vacuum and vacuuming. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Praying with and for others. Yes. Yes. Tremendous service. Say again? Being kind to others. Yes.
Helping a neighbor.
Helping a neighbor. Yes. All right. Listening. Tremendous service. Zip it. Open both of them. Zip one, open two. Right? Listening. A lot of people are tremendously served just by having someone care enough to listen. It's a tremendous gift, tremendous service to one another. And some of you have brought items, and so there's service right there. And we're going to do that every Sunday this month. So thank you for your service. Okay. And so now is time for our wheel. Our overarching topic this morning, that's coming next. Thank you. Our overarching topic today is Entirely Ready, Part 1. And we will get into the nuts and bolts of that, but this will help us focus that to respond to questions that the community has. Survey says, how do we pray when we're frozen in fear? I see there's some identification with that. So we will take that into our time of spiritual practice. And so now is when we begin that with our candle lighting ritual, our sacred reading, and our meditation.
Our founder, Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, was a dedicated study and a great synthesizer, identifying the common and connecting threads within the various religions, philosophies, and ancient wisdom and teachings of the world. Science of Mind is the synthesis of Ernest Holmes' lifetime of study. Let us breathe together as we light a candle honoring some of these faith traditions. As we light the first candle, we honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. As we light the second candle, we honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and four noble truths. As we light the third candle, we honor Judaism as a path of ethical living through sacred law. As we light the fourth candle, we honor Baha'i as a path of unity and peace. As we light the fifth candle, we honor Islam as the path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we light the sixth candle, we honor Confucianism as a path of deliberate tradition. As we light the seventh candle, we honor Taoism as a path of harmony and balance. As we light the eighth candle, we honor all indigenous peoples' traditions as paths that recognize and honor spirit in all of creation. As we light the ninth candle, we honor Shintoism as a path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we light the 10th candle, we honor Hinduism as a path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we light the 11th candle, we honor Akan as a path that honors the divine ancestors, and nature. As we light the 12th candle, we honor all new thought philosophies as a path of adherence to universal spiritual principles and law. And as we light the final candle, we honor the multiplicity and diversity within the wholeness of creation as sacred. Namaste, and so it is. And this morning's sacred reading. This morning's sacred reading is the ancient Sanskrit poem called Look to This Day. Look to this day, for it is life, the very life of life. In its brief course lie all the varieties and realities of your existence. The bliss of growth, the glory of action, the splendor of achievement are but experiences of time. For yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. And today, well lived, makes Yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day. Such is the salutation to the ever new dawn. Namaste.
In the silence, there is peace. In the silence, there is unspoken joy. In the silence, there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. I find myself.
Breathing deeply. Let's center ourselves in this place and time. And what I know is that there is only one life. One life. Some call it God. Some call it love. Some call it the universe. But by whichever name we call it, there is only one. And in that one, we live, move, and have our being. Our beingness is love. Our beingness is life and strength and grace and peace and joy and vitality. Our beingness is abundance and wisdom and faith. And knowing this, I know that as we bring expression to all that we are, this service is blessed. Each person in this room, the divine expression of the one. Each person online, the divine expression of the one. They receive now the full impress of spirit on their mind, in their soul, in their heart. And we share this with those that we encounter, be they our family, be they our neighbors, our community, our world. We are the light of the world. And we share this light gladly and freely as we are blessed and impressed by the messages and the songs that we receive during the service. And for the joy we share as we tarry there, I am grateful. And I surrender it all to the Lord, knowing that it is already done in both mind and form. And knowing this, I say, and so it is.
With this embodied presence, you have been entrusted. An ancient gift passed from ancestor to ancestor to ancestor to ancestor, culminating in your heart, your hands. Breathe is the apex of an infinite spiral. Here your heart pulses in its place in the web of interbeing, 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 interbeing. legacy of your ancestors. Open fully to the vision of the future. You are the medicine. Life is the ritual. We offer this ceremony to the winged breath, the dancing fire, the rooted earth, and the water of life, for all our relations. In bowing to our noble origins, we open new timelines of regeneration. Release your resonance into this timeless dream. Awakened.
Thank you. Let's take a breath together. So just a quick reminder, our overall theme for the year is first thing first. Putting these spiritual principles into practice one step at a time. So we're in a new month. We're in a month that has 5 Sundays. Yay! Because we get a brunch Sunday and a workshop. Woohoo! So the 6th step is where we start this month. Entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. Now, immediately I know 99.999999 repeating percentage of metaphysical minds just went, I ain't got no defects. Ain't no God outside of me to remove nothing. How am I doing? So I invite you to consider this. First of all, let's play with the words a minute. What does a defect actually mean? The online etymology dictionary says this. It comes from the early 15th century, meaning want or lack of anything. Anybody want or believe they lack anything? Yeah, a couple of honest people. Especially lack of something essential to perfection or completeness. Anybody feel incomplete or imperfect? Yeah, I see. We might have some defects, huh? We just might have a few. From the old French, defect, and directly from the Latin defectus, meaning failure, revolt, or falling away. Now, that falling away part really caught my attention. Because if I am made of a substance that is whole, complete, and perfect, that must be my essential makeup. But if I have fallen away from that, now these things called defects show up. Doesn't mean I'm not essentially whole, perfect, and complete. It means I'm not living it. I'm not being it. Right? Character. Character is a really interesting word. It comes from the Greek, meaning engraved mark. Also, check this out, symbol or imprint on the soul. What is your character? What is the imprint on your soul? Other than wholeness, completeness, and perfection. And see, we don't necessarily remember that that's imprinted on our soul. And when we forget, behaviors show up that are out of alignment with the truth of our being. Perhaps that's the only thing this step is referring to as defects. It's not that you are fundamentally incomplete, it's that you're showing up incomplete. Because you're not embracing your completeness. In the continuing with the character, the definition was extended in Hellenistic times by metaphor to mean a defining quality, individual feature. Okay. So now we have something imprinted on your soul, and we have a defining quality, an individual feature. Most of us don't bring those two together. We define character in earth terms, not in spiritual terms. Right? So then not only are we misdefining ourselves, we're misdefining one another. And it's all quite mystifying. I'm just saying. The sum of qualities that define a person or thing and distinguish it from another. Now, Ernest Holmes talks a lot about how we are each individualized. That we're not supposed to be the same. He actually, and it cracks me up when we slip into this oneness means sameness, because he flat says, unity does not mean uniformity. We're not supposed to be the same. You are a divine idea, an intentional, on purpose, one of a kind, never to be repeated, divine idea, a divine desire of creation to experience itself as you. And so everything that is unique to you is your character. Now, if we go underneath, and the foundation of our character is that imprint on our soul, if we remember that we're whole, complete, and perfect, might we be a little more willing to let go of the things that are showing up as defects? Maybe. Some of us, if we're telling the truth, will argue to our death for our limitations. I have a right. Well, you do. You have a right to be as limited as you want. You have a right to be as miserable as you choose to be. And trust me when I tell you, I will hold up the sign, but I will never get between you and your misery. If you choose it, you get to have it. And I will be right there beside you. But I am not going to step in between you and the bus so that I get hit by your misery and you don't. Not happening. I got the addiction. I got all kinds of isms. The one I missed was codependency. I'm too old and too ornery to learn it now. I am never going to do for you what you need to do for you to save your own life. I will hold up the sign. I will point out that you are headed for a brick wall at 90 miles an hour, but I will not get between you and the wall so that you smash into me at 90 miles an hour and the wall doesn't feel anything, and neither do you, because I'm kind of fluffy. I'm a good buffer. Not going to happen. But I will give you every tool available to me. I will sit in the ditch on the side of the road of this spiritual journey with you while you figure out which way to go instead. I'll do that. But I'm not going to stop you from your own choices. How disrespectful would that be? To stand up here every Sunday and talk about some level of empowered choice and then treat you with such disrespect that I won't even honor your choices when you make them. No. Whatever this magnificence is that created us, gave us choice, and it doesn't intervene. Right? It doesn't. And it doesn't because it doesn't see things as right or wrong, good or bad. It doesn't see it as injury. It just sees it as building your character. Yeah. The individualized path of you. We're the ones that created pain and sorrow. We're the ones that created good and bad, right and wrong. We did that. Is it necessary to some degree in the human realm? Probably. I still believe there's a world where we don't need it because we're all operating in alignment with spiritual principle. I'm not letting go of that idea. And I may not see it in this physical lifetime, and that's okay. I've had the opportunity to share several times this week the remembrance of a story where it was a prayer symposium at the East Bay Center of Religious Science in Oakland, California. And there was a panel of ministers, and they were taking questions from the audience. And one gentleman got up, and he was really, you could tell he was upset. Right? And it wasn't so much a question as it was a rhetorical statement about what he felt was a complete lie about answered prayer. And he challenged Reverend Dr. Deborah L. Johnson, founder of Interfaith Ministries in Santa Cruz, California. Grew up with Michael Beckwith in the hood. Love her. And so he pointed his question to her about, why do you tell us that all prayers are answered when they're clearly not? And Rev D closed her eyes and went inward for about 20 seconds. Now, Rev D is a black lesbian minister. It's important to know that. And when she opened her eyes, she said, I am the answered prayer of my ancestors. It may not happen in your lifetime. And she went on to explain that her ancestors, every ancestor that prayed to be free, was answered in her life. She is the answered prayer of her ancestors. But we get really myopic, and we slip into duality and think that my prayer is only for me. There is no me, there is no you, not really. There is in this physical realm. But spiritually, it's only one of us here. And if you look around the room and imagine that there is one infinite body, and we are each a cell in it, that helps me get back to the wholeness. I mean, there are more cells in the tip of my finger than we could put people in this room. right? Interestingly enough, rumor has it our bodies have approximately 7 billion cells. Apparently, right now, the population of the world is approximately 7 billion. I just find that interesting. It's like, interesting stuff. Now, I don't know if it means a thing. I don't. But it gives me pause, because maybe it does. So here's what the Metaphysical Dictionary says about character. And I'm going to read it exactly as it is, and then I'm going to paraphrase it in gender neutral. The true estimate of man's qualities. Character building is ever from inward outward. Spiritual discernment of the reality of man's origin and being in God is the only enduring foundation of character. Yeah. So, character. The true estimate of a person's qualities. Notice it says estimate, not a declaration, not a factual limitation, an estimate of your qualities. Not your behavior, not your thoughts, your qualities. Character building is ever from inward outward. Go back to that imprint on your soul. Inward, outward. In order for the inward to come outward, perhaps we might want to go inward and meet that place. Become familiar with that place. Does that inward imprint line up with what's showing up in the outward? Just saying, might be something we want to explore. And then it goes on, spiritual discernment, spiritual evaluation, spiritual examination of the reality of humanity's origin. Are we evaluating our origin, or are we arguing for our limitation as a separate human being whose origin is our biological parents? Because I assure you, while that may be the origin of your physical vehicle, that is not the origin of you. And being in God is the only enduring foundation of character. Not being from God, being in God. Are you operating in it? Reminds me, and no, I'm not going to, no. I'm done apologizing for being a biblical guy. That's how I was raised, and it works for me. The Pool of Bethesda. If you remember the story about the Pool of Bethesda, here's a guy laying beside this pool that has healing properties, and he's been there for 40 years. 40 years. And everybody that comes by, he tells the tale of how long he's been there waiting to be healed. And he encounters Jesus. And Jesus says, "Do you want to be healed?" And he goes into his story about how long he's been there and how do you want to be healed? Do you want to let go of your defects? Do you want to let go of the behaviors that are causing pain for yourself and someone else? Or are you really invested in the self-righteous clinging to them that you have a right to? Because that's what this step is about. It's not even so much, are you willing to let them go? Because you won't be willing to let them go until you want to let them go. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Or are you still doing research to get to that first point of being sick and tired? Are you sick and tired of everybody else, but holding yourself above the fray in self-righteousness? Because if your view allows you to look down your nose, understand what you're looking at, you are creating. Because you are the one deciding what you're looking at. Perception does not require a shred of factual accuracy. It's not required for your perception. It's just not. Right? We lie to ourselves all the time, and then when someone challenges our lies, we get defensive and we argue for our limitations and our right to believe what we want, even if it kills us. Some of you know. And then we fall into the grand lie when we're able to even glimpse a little bit of the pain. I'm only hurting myself. Stop lying. Stop lying. You can't hurt you without hurting me. I may not feel it in the same way. You can't hurt you without hurting all of humanity, all of life. It's like saying some cell in my body can be sick and my body's well. No, it's not. Go back to the experiment. Go to bed. Turn off all the lights in your house before you go to bed. Every single one of them. Set your alarm for the middle of the night. When it goes off, just get up and wander around your house in the dark until your toe finds a piece of furniture. And then call me and tell me which cell in your body didn't know that happened. Right? Every cell in your body goes, what the heck just happened? It's the same way for life. We just don't feel it directly. It doesn't mean it isn't happening. We cannot be out of alignment without impacting the whole body of creation. Now here's the good news. Every time we get in alignment, guess what we do? We participate in healing the whole body of creation. But we get stuck in needing to see the healing before we agree to be it. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't. When have you ever had an injury and sat on your couch waiting to see the cast on your leg before you went to the hospital? Any mothers ever go into labor and decide you're going to wait until you see the baby before you go tell them you're in labor? No! But that's what we do in the spiritual realm. I'll believe it when I see it. No, you won't, because you'll never see it. It'll be right in front of you, and you won't see it because you don't have a mental equivalent of it. You are waiting for the outside to inform your inside, and that is not how it works. It's an inside out. When you see it, when you know it, you'll see it. When you believe it, you'll see it, and you will experience it before you see it in form. You can't pray for peace and be an asshole. You just can't. One of those isn't true. And I know which one I'm betting on. I'm betting on how you're showing up. If you want peace, be peaceful. Be peaceful. If you want children to go to bed with food in their bellies, give to the programs that feed them. Vote for the legislation that corrects the problems that creates them to be hungry in the first place. Look at your own practices. Are you using more than you need? Because there's plenty here.
Yes.
Are you hoarding? Are you stopping the flow of abundance? Because you are actually hoarding abundance out of fear, which is lack consciousness, and you hurt the whole. It is time for us to get real. It is time for us to step into these teachings in a bigger way. And I'm telling you, these steps and these traditions give you the tools to do that. Are you ready?
Yes.
To have
Yes.
consciousness remove all your defects of character? Because if you are, the solution is simple. Go to the core of you. Align with the truth of you. And show up as that in every area of your life. I'm going to end with this. Imagine your spiritual journey is a 4-inch wide balance beam. Right? None of us is Simone Biles. We're not. And even Simone Biles falls off the beam once in a while. Right? So maybe the objective is not to stay on the beam every minute of every day of your spiritual journey. Maybe the more effective approach is to understand where the beam is and to be aware of when you fall off and use the tools to get back on as quickly as you can. Maybe that's what it's about, instead of staying on it all the time. Maybe. Let's take this into prayer. I recognize there is only one. And even as I sink into the experience of that, I feel the energy shift and move within me in a way that surprises the human me. And I smile. And I breathe into this oneness deeper, recognizing that it is all there is. There ain't nothing else. And so I must be that in form. The very essence of me, the very substance of me, is this one, desiring to experience itself. As crazy as it is, as me. And I know that what is true of me is true of all life. And so I know with absolute certainty that every expression of life is this one substance, manifest in form, manifesting in all of the invisible surrounding the form, the formed and the formless. And so I speak my word, recognizing that it is this infinite being speaking as me, claiming and affirming a realization, a being made real within this one body. The truth of wholeness, the experience of peace, the knowledge, experience, and embrace and embodiment that love is the greatest power there is. That nothing, there is no oppositional power to love. Nothing opposes love. And so it is in this love that I celebrate It is in this love that I know that it's already done. And so I let go. I let go of all the defects. I let go of all the ideas of defects. I let go of all the defensiveness about having defects or not. I let it all go. Because I know the word spoken is the word fulfilled. It cannot return void. There is no time and space in the Spirit, and it is done now. And it stays done. And so I let go of all of the things that distract me from experiencing what is. And I step into each moment of now. Eyes, ears, heart, mind, wide open. To see life manifest in its absolute fullness everywhere I look. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is. Let's take a breath. Okay. I don't know if that mic's on, Evan. You didn't turn that mic on.
That was good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rafe. I invite Gary to come get set up as we move into our time of conscious giving. There are several ways that you can give. You can text the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 410-498-6175. You can mail a check to 659 Cock Court, Millersville, Maryland, 21108. You can access our giving portal on our website, columbiacsl.com/donate. Once accessed, you can give a one-time gift or set up a recurring gift. And if you have any challenges, please reach out to me or Rafe so that we can assist you. Now, I invite you to join me in speaking our community prosperity affirmation. I affirm that the abundance of creation is my abundance. I give freely as creation gives to me. I give through this Center for Spiritual Living to ensure its continued availability to all spiritual seekers. Thank you. Ushers, please receive the gifts. We give thanks now for the, okay, wait, okay. So that one, I'm sorry.
That's the Ojibwa Nation, compassion, kindness is the service that brings peace to the warrior, and thus peace to all nations. eagles, whales, elephants call for peace.
Such a wonderful gift. Thank you, Gary. We give thanks now for the offerings received, whether in this basket or in all so many different ways in which this community gives and shares its love and its light, knowing that the divine moves through us to express its love throughout our community and in our homes and in our families. And in all our blessings and all our givings and all our sharings, they are blessed and used for the divine purpose of love. And we're grateful that this is so. And we affirm it now by saying together, and so it is.
Let's breathe together just for a moment. Beautiful service today. So grateful to be here with all of you, beloveds. And now, it's my privilege to thank those who made today's service happen. Our musician, Gary Hardnett. Our video and live stream team, Jesse Dabbs and Zeta Johnson Betts. Our audio team, Vaughn Dabbs. Our reader, Mindy Derrick. Our licensed practitioner today, Eamon James. Our hospitality team member, Mindy Derrick. Our welcome team member, Nancy Wilson. Our online engagement team member, Deborah Ellis. Our ushers were Eamon and Dale? And Laura. Okay. Thank you. And everyone else that assisted in setting up before the service and everyone that will assist in breaking down after the service. And thank you to anyone who has lent a loving hand, a loving thought for this community in service, in love. Thank you. Thank each of you for attending. And Reverend Rafe. And thank me for serving as your host. My privilege. All right. So prayer support is available after service with our beloved Eamon, our wonderful practitioner. And there are several ways to get prayer support. Request prayer by sending an email to prayer@columbiacsl.com. Request prayer by completing a prayer request form over by the window and placing it in the basket there on the table. I already said Eamon's going to be available to y'all. And during the prayer time or just after service, just to be mindful to keep socialization here in the sanctuary to reduce noise and increase privacy for those receiving prayer in the lobby area. If you want to go do deeper work with one of our licensed practitioners, you can find their contact information on our website under the Our Leadership tab. If you desire spiritual support beyond prayer, some of our licensed practitioners are available to provide you with spiritual guidance and coaching through paid practitioner sessions. Each practitioner sets their own schedule and fees, so reach out to whomever you want to work with. You can access their contact information on the practitioner page on our website under the Our Leadership tab. This week's affirmation. So I'm just going to read it through, and then we'll read it through together. I affirm that every aspect of my life is spirit expressing as the fundamental goodness of life. I affirm that every aspect of my life is spirit expressing as the fundamental goodness of life. Are you the missing piece? There are numerous Sunday service opportunities. We have opportunities to serve on the video tech team, the audio tech team, the welcome team, the hospitality team, serving as a reader or as a host, like I'm doing today. There are sign-up sheets on the welcome table right over there, and please take a look and sign up to serve your community. Now I invite you to stand as we sing our closing song, How Can I Serve?
All right, so before we get to our closing song, I just want to remind everybody that the amazing Frank Mastoris, licensed practitioner, ministerial intern, will be taking on the pulpit duties. He will be giving the talk. And here's what I want to say about Frank, because I won't be here to say it next Sunday, so I'm going to say it today. Frank has one of the most honest, open hearts that I have encountered in a very long time. Frank has a willingness to be confronted with stuff he doesn't know. He's quick to own that I hear that and I had no idea that's how it would be heard, and to make the changes so that he continues to show up more in alignment with spiritual principle over and over and over. He is one of the few ministers. I mentor 4 licensed ministers. Frank isn't even licensed yet, and he's the only minister I've ever mentored that can, every time we talk, he brings something and he wants to know more about it. He is never satisfied. He wants to know more, and that is the foundation of an amazing minister. And so I invite you all to show up, support Frank, and to experience how God's going to show up as Frank. He's even, now see, this is the daringness of Frank, he's even going to do the wheel. and I'm telling you, that's no small feat to just go, I don't know, let's see. And everything I talked about today addresses how you pray when you're frozen in fear.
Thank you.
Everything I said addresses that. Because fear, unless it's fear in the physical realm, right? If someone's chasing you, pray while you run. Right? Pray that you're faster than whoever's chasing you, or pray that they fall down. Because it's like we say in the South, when you're hunting and you encounter a bear, you don't have to be faster than the bear, you just got to be faster than your buddy. And we do say that. I ain't got to outrun the bear, I just got to outrun you. All right. Welcome to the interior of my brain. None of us gets out. Here we go. How can I serve? How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today, sweet Spirit? Who needs my love today? Oh Lord, speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today, sweet Spirit? Make it your prayer today, oh Lord. Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Share how much I share today, sweet Spirit. How must I share today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Must I share today, sweet Spirit? How must I share today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today, sweet Spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Have a great week.
Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table, loving kindnesses to me. Living Spirit, I am grateful, loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray. And I thank you, God, for one good day. Living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, I am free. So many gifts upon my table. Loving kindness says to me, living Spirit, I am grateful. Loving Spirit, for the way, for this rich, abundant living every single day. And I give thanks for the knowing. I give thanks for the way your love is overflowing every time I pray.